Hey, good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. All my kings and queens, you made it through another week. It's not over yet, but you made it through another week. So today, I'm going to talk to you about you don't always have to be number one to be successful. And also, I'm going to try a new thing at the end called the question of the day. We'll get to that at the end of the message. But, I was watching Daily V by Gary Vaynerchuk yesterday. If you haven't watched Daily V number 29, or if you haven't watched any of them, go check them out. But he mentioned that in today's world of the media and everything, it's been so blown out of proportion what success is. That in order to be successful, you have to make $1 million. In order to be successful, you have to have a Fortune 500 company. Well, in reality, do you know that if to be in the top 10% of earners in the United States of America, what you have to make? What's your guess? Okay, it's not a lot. Okay, if you make $150,000 in a year, you are the top 10% of earners in the United States of America. Now, that's not a whole lot of money if you think about it, especially when for the longest time, media and everything and everybody's generalization was that you had to make $1 million to be successful. You need to be a millionaire in order to be success. But if you're in the top 10% of earners, how are you not successful? So it's all about redesigning our minds to grasp the fact that it's not always about what people say things are. And it's about realizing that you may not be the number one company in your industry. You may not be the number one person in your business or in your company, because there's a lot of people, and Gary says this all the time, so like I said, go check out Gary Vaynerchuk. But it's true that there is a lot of people that aren't good to be the head of the company, to run the company, but there are a lot of people who are great 3s, 4s, 5s, 10s of a company who can make a lot more money at that than if they were to try and be their own owner, be their own boss, be an entrepreneur, and go out and start their own biz. But they're great if they have something and they can jump on the train and do it. They're great 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s. So you don't always have to be number one in order to be successful. So that's another line that I think a lot of people need to realize, is that you don't have to be the best. It's great if you're the best, but you can do amazing things if you're 4, 5, and 6, because 4, 5, and 6 is better than 7, 8, and 9. Okay, you always want to strive to be the best. I'm not telling you don't strive to improve your product, improve your personality, improve who you are. What I am saying is that just because you're not number one doesn't mean you are not successful. So realize that you can be successful. And like I said, Daily V, number one thing that stuck out to me yesterday was that if you make $150,000 in the United States, you are within the top 10%. Top 10%. That means you're better than 90% of everybody else working in the United States. Yet people look at $150,000 salary this year, or at this time, and think that it's they want to make more. So if you have a business and you're making $150,000 net of all your expenses, you're in the top 10%. You're in a great position in your life. Now, I'm not saying that you can't get better. Gary's not saying you can't get better, but you can't better yourself if you're in the mindset of woe is me. So that's my message this morning. It's a little bit later today, but like I said, I had a few meetings. I apologize, but I still wanted to put the meeting out today. So remember, you don't have to be number one if you want to be successful. You can be a 3 or a 4 and be great at being 3 or a 4. So, new message, I wanted to try and do a question of the day. So my question of the day is, I wanted to ask you guys as viewers, what is your favorite road trip song? See, me and my queen are going to be going on a road trip at the beginning of May. we're going to be driving to Las Vegas and back, and I'm sure we're going to want to know what kind of songs we should jam out to and all that kind of stuff. So I want to know, what is your favorite road trip song? Leave it down below, and I'll check them out, and maybe we'll include it on our little road trip, and we'll tag you and all this other stuff that we're planning on doing during the road trip. So stay tuned for that as well. Should be fun. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a memorable Friday. Remember, it's not done yet. Go kick ass today. You made it through another week. Have a memorable weekend, and I wish you all the best, and thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys Monday.